Hey, welcome to my garden, my patio garden, my garden patio. There you go. Hey, what a great day. Weather's been great this week. I'm not sure if you happen to notice, but I'm messing around with that live feature on YouTube. So go ahead, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Every morning I'm home. If the weather's nice, I grab my cup of coffee, I come sit on my patio, I stare at my plants, I walk through, I critique everything, let it know how it's doing, what it needs to do to impress me, because you know what, plants are living things and they need goals, and if they don't know what it's going to take to impress me, they may fail, and at that point they're going to get ripped out of the ground and destroyed, because I need them to do well. So, but today I went to, I was on a mission to replace my garlic bed with delphinium and larkspur. And I hit, 5, 6 different garden centers today. And while this guy is not a larkspur, nor a delphinium, isn't he absolutely gorgeous? The fine folks down at Windmill Nursery in Sumner, Washington, that is. You know, if you don't live here, I wouldn't, drive here just to go there. But if you're in the area, it's really kind of a cool place to stop. But they said this is a Bolivian begonia. And I am, as I've mentioned before, I'm becoming just enamored with begonias. My friend Elaine has just some really amazing ones. And you know what? We're going to have to take a trip down to her patio and take a view of what she's got going on there, because it's just amazing. So, but let's take a walk through my garden. I'll try not to make it too long, but you know how I am. I tend to ramble. I'll show you what I've done today, some projects I'm working on. I'm not traveling this week. It's 4th of July. Hey, go blow something up and make it sparkly. I'll probably just barbecue and go to bed early, because that's what I do. And then wake up when the dogs start barking. But let's take a walk through the garden. All right, so here's a close-up of this begonia. Look at, I just love those blossoms. Full. I've got to, all I've done is I've hung it. It needs deadheaded. What I'll do is, what I found with the hanging begonia I had last year, I would just take the leaf blower at it and it would blow all the dead stuff out, freshen it up, fluff it up, and it would look great. That fuchsia that I've been impressed with over the last couple weeks. Oh, those buds are starting to get bigger. Not sure. Maybe next weekend we'll have some action there. The Legalaria, like that. Yeah, I like that. That's got another couple weeks of life, flowering, and then it'll just be a green plant. Everything over here is still growing. This is nice. It just keeps getting bigger. I like that lush green when we got the water fountains going at night when it's glowing. It's just really, really kind of cool. Oh, look at that. We finally got buds on this one too. This is looking very healthy. And remember last weekend I went to Portland Avenue Nursery. This is where I put one of the things. I don't recall what it is. It's not what you might first think it is. It's the other thing, but that's going to get pretty big. It can tolerate a fair bit of shade. We got some more flower action going here with this fuchsia. Going to keep that thing fertilized. Oh, and then get a whiff of this. Wow. And just check out. Yep, every day, every look. Oh, look at that. We've got a stink bug right there. Dang it. I saw some eggs on back of some of the leaves and I destroyed them. I put them in a baggie. I got rid of them. Oh, I need to do some deadheading. That's kind of limp. I have cut probably every day for the last 3 days. I've deadheaded probably close to 20 flowers, and every day there's just that many more opening. My geraniums, very pleased with them. And then we have my herb garden that is now a flower garden. not a lot going on here. I think their roots are still just kind of getting comfy. They're getting settled, waiting for a growth spurt. We're gonna have some pretty decent weather. Oh wow, look at that. Another molehill. Oh my gosh. The mole man comes tomorrow. I did not see that this morning when I was live. Look at that, that's a tunnel. Oh, just, you know, I just don't know how more agitated I can get. However, my sunflowers are doing well. I think it's really cool how the sunflowers just always tilt toward the sun. That's pretty impressive. That marigold, that's doing really well. And we talked about this molehill earlier. Yeah, that guy, he's gonna, oh, hey, and I don't know if I just didn't pay attention, but this is part of those wildflowers that I planted. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like a different version of this one because the leaves are the same. Yeah, the leaves are essentially the same. I really like that though. I'm gonna find out what that is, and next year that's what I'm gonna put in here. Hey, my Queenie purple Queenie hollyhock is blooming. Look at, that's kind of a pretty color. Needs to get a little taller so a guy can actually see it. And then these hollyhocks, which, you know, their flowers are hollyhocks. Ooh, yeah. Not really impressed with the actual flower itself. I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty. It goes great in a cut arrangement, and they're getting pretty tall. But other than that, yeah. I need dark. I need bold. I need something kind of cool looking. Here is my not a persimmon. What am I thinking? It's a pomegranate. Now you can actually see the leaves on it. So yeah, excited. I'm thinking I need to cut this plant out though so we can actually see it. I mean, those things are growing everywhere. What do we got? Oh, my tomato jungle. Check that out. Look at, there's cherry tomatoes. There's cherry tomatoes popping everywhere. And in this one I saw a tomato. Oh, there's it right here. Look, there's tomato. I have been cutting suckers and cutting this thing back all day. No, not all day. Over the last couple weeks. Over this week. You know, let's just say I've cut it back. I put a lot of it in the compost pile. Look at it, it's just growing. It's just going nuts. I need to get me some shade cloth. Oh, and my poppies, you'll see here shortly, I ripped all those things out. I hung all the pods upside down to dry. Now, before you get excited, yeah, I know, you're supposed to let them dry and then cut them. But you know what? I needed them gone. And I'm pretty sure that's what I did last year. And you all saw the poppies, you know, those seeds grew. I should have left a few more of the roses out so you could see. This is a pretty pink one. This is kind of a pink. That was a really pretty one. It's actually in a bouquet in the house. Then we got the red one. That needs trimmed. Now check this out. So this is one plant. See that? To me, that's orange. That's what I bought. So why on the same plant do we have this pink one? That's also pretty, but it's not orange. No, it's not. My dahlias, getting really excited here. Oh, look at that. This is a recent development. That's a bud. Have I? Oh yeah, see, and I've even pruned that one back already. So these are buds that are viable and will be allowed to thrive. My pumpkin patch continues to grow and do nicely. There's some buds on there. Ooh, look at that. That potentially could be a pumpkin. I'll keep an eye on these vines. There's certain areas I don't want them to go. Other areas I hope they'll go. My zinnias, we've got a bud getting ready to open there. Hey, though, I'm curious. Have you grown zinnias? I have not looked this up, but are zinnias something that once it gets so tall, you should pinch it to encourage it to spread out and thicken up? Or does it just kind of do that on its own? So I would love to hear your comments if you're experiencing growing zinnias. Save me the time of looking that up. Some more dahlias. This guy here though, I don't know, he's still living. I'm guessing that moles might, oh, that would just be agitating. Oh, if the moles went in there and ate all my tubers. Yep. At that point, I think I'd have to put the house on the market and move. My bunny has eaten half of my popcorn. I keep meaning to plant, and I don't have more popcorn seeds, so I think I'm going to end up planting some sunflower seeds here. I think I've got time yet for those to grow, and you know what, if not, then I've got, you know, something green growing. My pampas grass, you know, it's green. I don't look at it yet and go, wow, look, it's growing. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen. We won't talk about those molehills. Lawnmower loves molehills. Oh, and then those other things I got at Portland Avenue Nursery. Check out how I took care of this little planting box. We've got our 3 things of foxgloves. And then we got some Japanese grass for a nice little color variance. All right, so now we're just gonna move this way. Check out my pot, people. Still, I just love that hair. That Mexican feathergrass, I think, is just perfect choice for that hair. And the wife did a great job making them look like, I don't know, Hawaiian warrior type things. Look at that. I love how my patio is starting to look. I need to get back into the sun behind my back. Wisteria continues to do well, except for the stuff that isn't. And I think that's because of the squirrels. Because the squirrels climb up this, and then they knock the bird feeder, and then they knock seeds down here, and then they get up here and they futz around. More molehills we won't talk about, but I talk about it every time. All right, so check out the musa. It's just not a walk through my garden without admiring the musa. Look at those leaves. Oh my gosh, absolutely love it. And there's more new leaves coming up. And I have a new pup. So if you're not aware, they call the little guys that come up from bananas, they call them pups. And if you look right by that one, here, let's see if I can zoom in on it. Right there. Right there. I'm pointing at it on my screen like you're gonna see what I'm pointing at. But right by that big thing, there's a little thing. That's a pup. So that's a pup. My hibiscus, my cornfield, molehills. Moles just having a ball. I got some more corn, so I'm going to put corn in here. It's not the popcorn, it's the other corn. And, you know, again, just hoping for the best. I mean, what more can I do? My passion vine is getting passionate about growing. Loving that. Loving that. Oh, look, maybe I'll be able to put a couple of blueberries in my yogurt one morning. Oh, shoot, now I got to buy yogurt. Well, I think I got time. Lavender's doing well. Oh, hey, and remember my garlic? Check this out. This is going to be a much better use of this space. I have put, and this was my mission today, to get some larkspur and a variety of delphinium. I couldn't find, yes, delphinium, larkspur, pretty much the same thing. However, when I see a pot that says that's delphinium and that's delphinium, that's what I think when I think delphinium, but not really that kind of cool. I think that's really cool. When I think larkspur, I think this, and that comes in some amazing colors, I'm told, but I didn't find any. So we have 4 of the same kind right here for that to fill in year after year. And here in a couple weeks, look, there's buds on on each one. Here in a couple weeks, that's going to look amazing. The delphinium, well, yeah, the white one's starting to grow. This was clearance because, you know, I'm a little budget conscientious sometimes. This is clearance, but it has new growth. It was like $2. So if they'd had more, I would have got more, and we'd be looking at clearance plants here. But I feel like I can make them thrive. What do we got on over here? Gladiolas, nothing to see here. They're green. I think we still have a couple weeks before we start seeing the spikes come up. Check out the color on that snapdragon. I swear to goodness, every year that color changes a little bit. So I'm not sure if it's just dropping seeds, and that's why the colors are changing, because, you know, open pollinated, all that stuff. This is a hibiscus that we had on the front porch. Our afternoons gets direct sun, and while hibiscus loves heat and sun, it does not like to be baked. And I think it was getting baked. So now I have a sun-loving plant over there. And I've moved my walnut over here. And my grass, I will keep that grass growing until the day I die. I just need to find a new pot. Because you know what? I planted a seed, it grew. I'm a gardener after all. Gosh darn it. And we're expecting company here of the four-legged nature. And I'm hoping by putting these over here, it will deter him from going into my corn. Let's go this way. So, you know, it's okay to pause this. Go check out last week when I was going on about all these amazing poppies. But look, I cleaned out all the poppies, and now we can see the pineapple lilies. We can see the canna lilies. And these guys are doing great. Some more pineapple lilies. I have left a couple poppies of each color, the red, the salmon, and somewhere, oh, over here, the darker purplish color. Those pods I'm going to let dry on their own naturally. I mean, really, I used maybe 2 tablespoons of seeds, and I got just a crazy amount. So I'm sure that'll be fine. But I did find, though, that like this red hot poker, I mean, it was not getting enough sun. Look at it, it's screaming for it was just stretching for the sun. It shouldn't be that tall, not with that small of a base. But we're gonna next weekend. I feel like next weekend that's gonna look pretty impressive. The palm tree, yeah. Remember, I had a palm tree. Here it is. I got some fertilizer stakes I need to put in there because I'm thinking it needs fertilized. My Brugmansia angel trumpets, the ones that I bought, there's a pink one, a gold one, an orange one. This little guy really hadn't grown much. He was hidden over there by the bear's breeches underneath those amazing daisies. Aren't those amazing? And we have cut so many for bouquets in the house, and they're still just amazing. There's a better view of the canna lilies. Look at that. Isn't that great? My voodoo lily, again, I think it was just choked out. It was not getting no sun. So I'm hoping now that it getting sun and better water, that we'll have some excitement there and see some things. I've added some fertilizer in different areas. Oh, did you check out the bear's breeches? Look at that flower. There's a couple more stakes coming up. Oh, and you can't see this unless you pause and zoom in, or here, I'll zoom in. Right between the canna lily, again, I'm pointing at the screen like you're gonna see where my finger is, but between that canna lily stalk and the bamboo, there's a different color of leaf. That is a pink angel trumpet. And if you look really carefully, you'll see a bud that's formed. I really thought that this would grow quicker. I thought this would grow quicker than the canna lilies. So next year, it's gonna need a different home. But this year, we'll just have to walk around to the back side of the surfboards to see that baby when it flowers. What else have we done here? Oh, check out the cardoon. The cardoon is looking pretty great. it's really getting some growth going. I just can't wait until it's like, oh my gosh, big. And these are like a dwarf a dahlia from last year. Hopefully those will be blooming soon. There's buds, so that's a good sign. They had some really great colors, so I like them. We're keeping them. My wife has been working on getting a new beauty bark in some of the areas that we have beauty bark, front yard, and eventually back by the fence. And so this week her project entailed adding some here to freshen this area up. There's my gunnera, whatever you want to call it. And then we're putting an edge here to clean up that edge of the lawn. So she got digging in there, but we found, she found there's a metal post in there. I need to get that out so I can finish this project for her so she can move on to bigger and better things. Oh, here's a white begonia that she added to our collection a while back that we repotted. It's got some really nice growth, and it's got a really pretty simple white flower. We all know how much I love white flowers, but that is pretty. I moved this hanging basket over here. That was over there, right kind of where those watering cans are, but I had to move it because I got tired of it dripping, and then I got that beast, and that was just too much going on by the door, in my opinion. We still don't have, we got a bud, but we don't have an open flower yet. These red guys, those are pretty. A little more life down here on the new begonias. And oh, I think I'm gonna leave you with my garlic. So this is my garlic that I picked last weekend to plant a few things. It's elephant garlic, and I think it, you know, it's gonna taste like elephant garlic. It's a decent size. Maybe it's not ginormous, but you know, for a nice mild garlic, that'll work. And then this is the garlic I got today. I'm gonna let this dry, brush the dirt off of it, and then I got a bag. I'll keep it in the garage somewhere. But yeah, so we got some garlic. I'm gonna eat all that up, nummy, and I will never grow garlic again. Well, and by never I mean, you know, until I decide to. Oh, I didn't put my ladder away. I meant to do that, but I didn't. So, hey, see, that wasn't that long. Just 20 minutes later. But anyhow, thanks so much for joining me. If you're still here, put a comment in. Made it to the end. Let's see who won. How many of you actually made it to the end? But don't forget, subscribe. I'm going to try to do that live thing every few days or whenever I've just got some time, and I'm decently tired in the morning on my patio, and you can join me as I have coffee and complain about my moles, my rabbits, and how impressed I am on things. So, all right, happy gardening. Have an amazing week. Be safe on the 4th so that you're alive and well and you got all your fingers so you can hit the play button to watch me next weekend. All right, bye now.